What's up, everybody? It's your main man Bennett back here and again, and welcome back to the All About It podcast. Thank you for joining me today. But it's not just me, of course, as you know and are fully full-fledged aware. I am wearing a pink shirt. It has many parrots, tropical birds on it. And one thing that I really have noticed in all my years of study is that the tropical bird is the very best of all the birds. You could have a goose, a swan, or a duck, or a pigeon. And none of them would be as great as Arielle.
Oh my God, Bargles.
There she is. So,
Thank you for joining.
thank you for joining. Coming
How
together.
many parrots do you think
as
are
one?
on your shirt? At the
Not
same time?
enough.
It's like guessing how much candy is in the jar. Like how many pieces of candy are in the mason jar game. Do you know what I'm talking about?
How many jelly beans are in the jug?
Oh, is it jelly beans in the jug?
Something like that. They're all so spread out. None of them
Right.
are playing
I'm gonna guess 100.
together. All the birds they're on their own path.
Do you know what bush league means?
Bush league, amateur.
Okay,
Yeah.
I definitely thought it was
Bush
something
league,
else.
bush league, minor league, like not even that good, you know. It's bush league.
Never mind.
Like what is this omelet? You know, there's eggshells in it. That's bush league.
Uh-huh.
What's this restaurant?
I was thinking a different kind of bush.
You know,
So,
there's no. Oh,
yeah, we can move on. I was just curious. 'Cause
alrighty
as soon
then.
as you said amateur, I just clicked. So there you go.
Alrighty then. Well.
Oh my God, what a way to start.
Yeah, so usually when it comes to the All About It podcast, what we like to do is review the week. Actually, let me take that again. I don't review any weeks. It's not
Ever.
my gig.
Yeah, it's like,
not my jam. It's not my modus operandus. Not my bag. Not my thing. So, without further ado, please take it away.
Wow, thank you for the second introduction. This week was jam-packed. We had the Miho food shoot,
Yes, we did.
which was the main focal point, I would say.
Of the week.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Absolutely. And it was so much fun. So much so that I made a video about it. Bargles and I actually made a video about it. It's just on my personal YouTube channel. And Bargles will link that video below, I think. I think he will.
In the descriptor
Yes.
of
yes, he
your
will.
2-day photo shoot with the best catering company on all of San Diego. What?
Yeah. San Diego,
I was
Hawaii.
about to say, have you ever had a caterer that you just thought to yourself, man, I wish that this company didn't just do food and drink. I wish that they catered my entire life.
Right.
Every day. I want to wake up and have this company just wake me up.
What was your favorite part about doing that shoot?
My favorite part?
Yeah.
My favorite part about the shoot was taking the pictures and the video.
What about the Olive Grove?
The Olive Grove was beautiful to see.
Uh-huh.
In Temecula, near Temecula.
Yeah, just right outside of Temecula.
I think it was in the great city of Aguanga.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
I think I'm doing a good
I don't
job
think
with
you
the
do
Aguanga.
either.
No, I think Aguanga sounds pretty good. I think Aguanga sounds
Oh
good
my
to me.
God.
If you ask me, full disclosure. Think about buying a house out in Aguanga.
No, you're not. So the other thing that was so funny, it freaking made my whole week, was when All About It listener Alexis DM'd me an article from BuzzFeed
What?
talking about how the USPS trucks are being redesigned. And this was after I talked about it on last week's show.
Wow. So you're really using your poll.
I'm manifesting the redesign. That's
Nice.
right.
Nice. Well, I wish that they would spend less time redesigning their carrying mechanisms and more time just delivering me my stuff. Okay. Because you're losing ground. You're losing ground to FedEx. You're losing ground.
Why don't you tell everyone why you're mad and what you're waiting on?
I'm not even mad. Okay? Not even mad.
Don't do the finger touch thing.
This
'Cause
thing?
You're lying. You are mad.
I'm not mad. Mad is maddening.
Are
It's
you
madness.
impatient?
I'm mad. Wow. Am I impatient?
Are you frustrated?
Yes, I am.
Are you aware?
With myself. I'm frustrated with myself. Primarily.
Okay.
Because prior to purchasing a Nintendo Switch on eBay, I didn't have one, didn't want one, didn't give a rip about one, didn't even think about one. But now that there's one en route to me via the USPS, I'm checking the tracking, and it is late. So that's all I got going on in my life is checking tracking on USPS.com.
I'm not surprised.
And I'm refreshing it, just every hour.
Are you really?
Even on a Sunday.
Oh
just
my
because
God.
sometimes people work on the weekend.
Wait. I was coming up to you yesterday. Like, you were at the computer. And it was like a moment of, snuggle time. When I just walk up to you and, like, we take a 30-second break to just hug and stuff. And you were like kind of glum a little bit, and I look over at the screen, and all that's on the iMac screen is the shipping status of the Switch.
Well, yeah.
Like the USPS tracking, and that's it.
That's like the metaphor for my life right now.
Watching anything? You weren't doing anything else.
I was too. I had other tabs open. I had other tabs open.
Okay, I think you were playing Hearthy.
I had other tabs open.
You were playing Hearthy on your lap.
Agree to disagree.
Do whatever you want on a Saturday. I don't give a rip.
Well,
okay?
I'm not. Am I defending myself now? What are you talking about?
You said I was doing other things, and you said I had other tabs open.
I did have other tabs open. A tab when you have multiple tabs. Are we gonna fight? Are we gonna fight? I don't want to knock this table over. It's too nice. But I would.
Do you like how this vase looks?
The empty vase.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the production quality on this show.
You want to see it over there?
We need to get the production. Whoever did the stage design for "Call Your Mother" on the hit ABC comedy
Bargles.
show "Call Your Mother." If you're unfamiliar, it's actually the show's getting pretty good.
So
I started watching it kind of as a lark.
A lark?
Yeah.
Are you a Dr. Seuss horse?
I started watching it as a lark. Just as kind of like a larky thing to do.
I picture a lark being like a green Dr. Seuss drawn horse with a long neck. And like a yellow mohawk.
Really, you think it's a bit a horse with a long neck, like
a yellow mohawk? Yeah, like a Dr. Seuss character that would have its own book. Like,
see, I picture more of like a real splashy like fat bird. Like that's a lark.
No, I picture,
do it on a lark, like a little twiddly.
No,
twiddly.
horsey,
No?
yeah.
Okay, all right. Well,
no saddle, and also naked.
Right. So welcome back to the show. Thank you for tuning in to This Week and Every Week of the All About It podcast. We will see you next week. Oh, no, there's more? Oh, that's right. We should probably get into the show. I'm not sure what today's episode's all about.
I don't know what the is going on.
So, not sure. Have an idea, like a general idea. It's like, hey, pop quiz hot shot. What is today's episode all about?
Today's episode is all about being honest with each other.
Something I don't like being.
Wait.
What?
You don't? Is it double negative?
I don't like it?
Wait. All about being honest with each other.
Yes.
I'm going to tell a quick little thing that we had earlier this week. A little interaction.
Oh, okay. So this is like it ties into honesty.
It has everything. It's
but
not
also,
a tangent.
But also week in.
It's not a tangent.
Okay.
The first day of the Miho shoot, we were getting ready and dressed, and Bargles had all of his shoes out, so like 3 pairs in the entryway. Mm-hmm. And I was like, "Do you have like another pair of sneakers?"
I had a pair of running shoes, a pair of nice boots, and a pair of like brand new sandals.
Like flip-flops.
Like some nice rainbows. Yeah.
And you were like,
"What else do you need?"
I'm going to wear these blue the running shoes.
Right.
And I don't know how it got out, but you
don't know how it got out?
Okay.
You don't know. Okay. Just say what got out, and then I'll tell you how it got out.
I told him that I didn't like those sneakers.
Yeah.
And have I ever told you that before? Or did you know? Did you know?
I had to get it out of you that you didn't like them. Because, okay, let me
They're
tell.
not like, okay, go ahead.
Let me tell my side of the story. I put them out, and I think we're going to a farm. I'm trying to wear shorts. It's going to be a very warm day.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So the boots are out. I'm not wearing the boots.
With shorts? No.
And then I thought, this is work. Not allowed to wear flip-flops to work. I don't care who you are, where you are, what you do. I just don't. Personally, I don't agree with it. I don't.
What if you work at San Diego?
All right, fine, cool, but not for me. I'd figure it out. I've gotten rid of all my other shoes. I haven't worn shoes. I'm blessed to wear flip-flops in my running shoes on a near daily basis. Also don't interact with that many people and have no one to impress and don't really care what I look like when I walk out the door. So all those things combine to say I have very little style, at least from the ankle down.
You do.
At least from the ankle to the foot. From the ankle to the bottom of the foot, maybe I give myself a break. I'm being so fresh.
Well, guess who bought you those shoes?
See the shirt I got right here? It's from Nordstrom Rack.
Oh, is it a Rack purchase? Oh my god! Oh
Shoot.
my god!
Styling, profiling.
Okay.
So anyway, I put out the shoes. I go, you know what? I think I'm gonna go with the running shoe. And I start to put it on. You didn't say anything. Okay. You didn't say anything. You just looked at me like I had just stepped in a puddle. You looked at me like I just pissed my pants. That's the
pissed.
Well, we don't have to bleep that. So you just looked at me like I was just an idiot. Like I'm pulling on the wrong side of the freeway.
I immediately felt so bad when I told you that I secretly didn't like them.
And I was like, "What's wrong with these shoes?" And you go, "Nothing." And I go, "That's a lie," because even I know like these shoes aren't good. But now you're pretending like, no, it's great. No, you look great. It's like, okay, well.
Anyway.
What's the real problem here?
And it came out, and now I feel bad, and now I feel double guilt for saying that.
Well, I guess I need to go and buy some new shoes.
It's fine. So this is the whole point, being honest with each other.
Sure.
But I wasn't planning on telling you the thing about the shoes.
So when it comes to being honest with each other, it's kind of a loaded sentiment.
Yeah, it is.
Because if you ask me, hey, honey, does my butt look fat in this dress? A classic colloquial moment, as it were, of the, honey, do I blank in this blank? And I'm supposed to say, white lie. Here's a white lie where I go, yeah, your ass looks fat.
You tell me.
You're not supposed to say that. You're supposed to say, you never look, honey, you never look better.
Also,
right?
Your example is, it's, what do you call it?
A little sexist.
It's desired. It's
a little misogynistic.
It's
so,
like,
you would want it, right? If it,
yeah.
So in this scenario, you're getting ready for a night out on the town. You're asking.
I'm asking you. I always ask you if something is flattering.
That is the word you use. Flattering. Yeah.
That's what I would say.
I'm flattered. I'm flattered. You'd ask. And what do I say?
More often than not, you're pretty honest with me. But more often than not, you're like, oh, that's really cute, or I like that, but I don't like it as much as this thing that you wear.
See, if you have stuff with a bunch of ruffles, I think you went through a phase where like you bought like 10 things and 9 of them had ruffles, and I'd be like, it looks good, but I do not understand the ruffles.
Oh, got it.
So because I do not understand the ruffles, I cannot fully appreciate or respect the ruffles. Therefore, not as flattering as something you have sans ruffles.
Got it.
Okay. So, where are we going with that? Anything? No? Okay. Well, it's about being honest with each other, about connection. And so I wanted to connect with you more.
Oh, do you?
With this week's episode. I feel like sometimes it's all laughing, jokes, and games, and it's like this show is for someone else out there in TV land, internet, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Mayman Bennett back here again, and you don't even know where this is going to go, who is really benefiting from the All About It show. Sometimes I ask this late at night. And I compiled a list of questions that I'd like to ask you. And I think that they're going to help me better understand my lovely wife.
Oh my God.
As if I could understand you anymore. But it is my job. State of California. We have documentation. And I think some people that don't know you or don't know you that well might learn something about you here. And I know how much you love answering progressively more challenging and more personal questions. So I have this list of questions. They're really sweet, and then they will get progressively more, hopefully, ideally.
Is this a trap?
No, there's no traps. Are
you mad at me?
Am I mad at you? I am never mad at you.
Yeah, right.
Mad is madness, and madness is for insane asylum. So I love you, and we're gonna get into these questions. Are you ready?
Yes.
Do you need a drink?
No.
Do you need to prepare yourself? Take some breaths.
No, go ahead.
So we'll start with, would you rather, okay, would you rather be completely hairless from head to toe, right? Or have more hair than that of a gorilla?
Fun fact, all humans have more hair than a gorilla. First of all.
I don't know if you're prepared to unpackage that for our audience here.
It's true. We have tiny hairs all over our body, and technically it's more than a gorilla.
Wow.
Did you know that?
I think I did, but
I'd rather be just straight up bald all over.
no eyebrows.
No, I'm fine.
Bald on.
Microblade me, whatever.
Okay. I think you...
Hairless.
I assumed you were going to say either that you wanted to be hairless or that you basically already are a gorilla. So, you know.
I am. I have
Come
really
see, come
hairy
saw.
arms, and I haven't shaved my legs since April of 2020.
Robin Williams would be very proud.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Robin. You know, so that's a pretty easy question. Maybe this next one will stump you.
Maybe I'll drop more facts.
Do you have any siblings?
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Is that really a question?
I said these are easy questions that get progressively more challenging and personal.
Okay, sure.
So,
yeah.
do you have any siblings? Someone out there tuning in for the first time. This is the first time they ever. Who is that lady in the lavender sweater? I'd like to know if she has any siblings, perhaps.
Okay, there's
to relate. I have a sibling myself.
I can explain. There's Sister Beesh, who's 5 years younger.
Okay.
Love you, Beesh.
Well, that was an interesting wink.
And Brother Simon, who is 17 months older than
Are they
me.
both working for a parish? Are they like? Are they both like? Is it a holy man and a? Like we have
Sister Beesh
Sister
and
Beesh
Brother
and Brother
Simon?
Simon.
Yeah,
Are
that's how I always say it.
So
I'm in the middle. I
They
have an
work-
older brother and a younger
they
sister.
work in the missionary. Okay,
Okay, and that's all.
fair enough. Thank you for sharing. Can you hook me up with one of your favorite childhood moments?
Probably not, because there's too many.
Too many?
Probably when we would go to Chelan in the summertime, which is a lake over in Washington State, east of Seattle. I don't know where it is on the map, honestly. It's just over. It's just east.
What would you
Is
guys?
it right in the middle?
Would you guys do like paddle boating, or what would
No,
you do?
we would get jet skis or just go to the beach or go to Slidewaters, which is it's the local waterside park.
Got water slides? Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. So we've been able to find out just in a couple minutes so much about you.
God, I hope they get harder.
Would you rather have our kids? So presumably we're going to have children.
Mm-hmm.
We are married. We will have children. We have kids. Would you prefer the kids that grow up be shorter than you or taller than the tallest person you know?
The tallest person I know is probably Sheehan, our friend Sheehan. He's like, I can't remember how tall.
What is he, like
exactly.
6'3", 6'4"?
No, something
Really?
much
I think
taller.
he's like 6'6".
Yeah, something taller, even maybe 6'7".
No, he's 6'7".
I'll ask.
Wow.
I'll ask Kenji. I'm gonna go with shorter than me.
Really?
Yeah.
That would be your preference. Tiny, small.
Yeah.
They do. You would think they eat less, so they could be more like from a fiscal, conservative perspective. A smaller child would eat less, in theory. Also, would be less likely to be participatory in sports, which can be spendy. But then a small person, maybe you get them in
Gymnastics.
Exactly.
Tumbling.
Yeah. Well, actually, that can be expensive as well. So shorter versus taller, I should have known. I just learned so. I didn't know what you were gonna say.
Really?
I didn't know what you were gonna say. You could have said it. I didn't know.
This is hilarious.
Okay. What is your favorite or one of your favorite qualities in a person that you look up to the most? So think about who you look up to the most. I'm not going to spit it out for you. You could say or not say, but what are a quality or maybe a few qualities of that person that you look up to very much that you would aspire to have as well?
I would say just how loving they are and being there at all moments and not complaining and just being a good person no matter what, and a good work ethic and showing up to your commitments and not changing anything about them.
Sounds good. Okay. Those are all really good qualities. Yeah. Okay. Were you describing your mother?
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew it. Okay. Besides The Parent Trap and Father of the Bride, what movie from your childhood would you still watch to this day over and over again if you had to?
Besides The Parent Trap and Father of the Bride?
Yes.
What movie would I watch over and over again?
Mm-hmm.
I would say probably Big with Tom Hanks, or
that's a good one.
Or the childhood movie. It Takes Two is a good one every once in a while, but I can't overdo it like I do with Parent Trap and Father of the Bride.
Right, there's just something kind of a little too commercial about it, maybe, or a little too.
Steve Guttenberg, just like there's something about him that
he's just showing up for a paycheck.
I don't connect.
Yeah,
you know.
And like Kirstie Alley.
Yeah,
Kirstie.
Yeah, Kirstie. Yeah.
I actually thought she was pretty damn good in that.
Oh, she's good. Yeah, she's good. Steve, I can't. I'm not there.
He's fake.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see through it.
Alyssa.
Okay. How much cash do you usually carry?
None. 0. So don't try me.
Can you sing a little bit of a song for us?
No.
Right now, just a part of it.
I don't know how to sing.
So it's not like a yes or a no. It's just like a do it.
Yeah, I don't know how. I don't know how to inflect in that way.
Like, what's a song from a thing you heard maybe on the radio, or
come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga. Okay.
That's enough.
Is that enough?
That suffices for question 8.
That was talking, singing, but not at all.
What is that song? Can you recall what were you just doing?
Come on, shake your body, baby, do the conga.
Yeah, but who is that?
Is that Gloria Estefan?
I'm asking you. This is.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know for sure. Is it?
No, that's great.
Is it?
Yeah, that's great.
Is it for sure? Though?
I don't know. That's great. I just think it's
you
great.
don't know what the answer is?
I think we can move on. I think we can move on.
I said Estefan.
Emilio Estevez. We all have different habits. Some good, some not so good, right? What are some of your bad habits?
Being messy. Putting stuff off.
Like what? Like what do you put off?
Work.
So you turn in stuff late all the time?
No.
Oh.
That's the difference. Can I tell you something? And you're probably not going to ask me about this. I have a irrational fear of being late, not only to physical appointments / plans, but with work. If I am late to something or know that work is going to be late, I start to crumble.
It's true.
Like, I get teary just thinking about the stress and anxiety that comes with being late. I'm not a late person.
It's not necessarily purely an irrational fear. It's a rational fear.
I don't know. Like, what's really going to happen?
The consequences in your mind are bigger than reality.
I don't think I've ever, maybe a couple times in my whole freelancing career, the past 10 whatever years, I don't even know how long, have I emailed the client being like, I'm going to need one more day. I don't even remember ever doing that ever.
No.
I cannot do that.
No, you would much easily stay up till 3, 4, 5 a.m. just getting it done.
Oh, yeah.
And then take the next day off.
I also had perfect attendance senior year of high school.
Oh.
And that tells you something.
Good for you. So.
I wasn't on honor roll, though, that's for sure.
Ha! That's the halfway point in these questions. So you see, from hairy gorilla to that last one.
God, these are freaking deep.
And now
Sheesh.
They're all deep.
Great.
What does anger feel like to you?
Are you I'm kidding.
And when was the last time that
Are
you
you-
felt
Are you well? Are
The
you really
anger.
asking me this right now?
the show is only but so long, you know? So let's just give the question the respect.
Anger.
What does
Genuine anger?
what does it feel like to you?
To be angry?
Yes.
I don't really get angry.
Oh.
Do
Can you describe what is it? What is anger? What is it?
Frustration?
Oh.
Things that are out of your control? Or maybe things that you can control and you're just self-sabotaging yourself?
So like when you broke that glass in the sink because you were like washing it maybe
Uh-huh.
slightly too aggressive for how delicate and fragile it was and it
No,
broke.
I'm just ballistic and run into walls and drop things and fall
So-
down
so
on,
then-
on a moment's notice.
When the glass broke,
Uh-huh.
when the bow broke and the cradle fell,
Mm-hmm.
down will come baby, cradle and all. So in that cradle falling moment with the glass breaking in the sink and you have to clean up the glass, were you or were you not feeling what some would consider to be that of a feeling of anger,
That was more disappointing.
depression,
No,
sadness,
just disappointing.
grief,
It's just a disappointing thing because it was vintage and
frustrating?
so anyway, to me, it's like stubbing your toe. It lasts 5 seconds and then I'm over it.
Yeah, I don't think we don't really know what anger is in this household. not like what I think anger really is supposed to be. Like we don't throw things, we don't break things, we don't like yell.
Oh my god, that girl on 90 Day Fiance who's like, yes, I broke 3 phones and I throw them all the time. Oh, and by the
Right.
way, my fiance got a new phone and I threw it and I stomped it and it broke and shattered into pieces. And it's like, are you well?
Right.
These people exist.
When was the last time that you told a lie? Bonus points. What was it?
I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, appreciate it. Freaking. What?
They're gonna call me. I
Sincerely.
thought you didn't call me a bad word. I have a really, really hard time lying because of how guilty I feel. It's been a
I see.
really, really, really long time. Genuinely.
So
I can't.
You have a hard time is a euphemism for I don't. I don't.
I don't.
Right.
I really don't.
So
I'm gonna be honest.
appreciate it. Appreciate it. It's kind of what this whole thing is all about here.
I can't lie.
Oh, honest Abe.
I honest air.
Honest air. Oh.
No.
I
I
couldn't tell a
feel
lie.
I feel too guilty. I can't
Right.
do it. I can't.
So then, when was the last time? And bonus points, what was it?
Probably when I was like 19 and I can't remember.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, can you even think who was it to?
Nope, I
was
can't.
it directed about?
No.
You just think you were 19 for some random reason.
18 or 19, honestly.
So you were what? High school graduation?
I can't
We're
remember.
gonna get it. We're gonna find out the last
This
time
is
you lied.
freaking hilarious.
Okay.
No, we're not gonna get it.
All right.
I have no
Honest
clue.
air. What people are you currently stalking on social media? Sorry, I didn't pronounce that. I didn't pronounce that correctly. Social media.
I wouldn't call it stalking. In fact, like I'm going through one of those like 3-day phases where I'm not really on as much. Like my story expired a while ago, and I'm like, oh, I don't know what anyone else is up to.
I think that time usually coincides with a lot of on-location shooting that we do.
Oh my!
Like
yeah.
when we have on-location
Yeah.
shooting, like there is no real. Well, I guess you do stories of the shoot, but that's
And just like
you post. You don't look up other
being
people's stuff.
generally more busy definitely takes me away from it.
Right.
It's like one of the last things I think of when I have a lot of work to get done.
Well, some people might think like because you post every day stories and
Mm-hmm.
posts and work with people and all this stuff that like you don't use it as just like entertainment yourself, like scrolling and liking and you know what I mean?
I do. It's just
like you have people that you follow that don't follow you back and you just like what they do and whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I've said it before, Whitney Port.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a huge fan, so that's my answer.
Okay.
Whitney Eve Port.
Fare thee well enough. So, Besides your very famous childhood talent show moment, which we talked about on at least 1 or 2 episodes of the podcast at some point with the sound, you can. In fact, if you'd like to do, okay, no, no more of that.
You asked me
Yes,
to,
I
by
did.
the way.
I regret.
You little jipple.
I regret. No, I don't actually. That's me lying. I didn't regret. I have no regrets. Stop it though. Just stop it.
I love you.
So this is what anger feels like. Besides that talent show moment, and please, if you haven't heard Arielle's talent show childhood story of her making clicking noises in front of a auditorium full of her peers, I mean, I guess you don't need to. I kind of just told you. You can kind of picture it, but she tells a great story. We'll have to link. We'll link the episode. We'll figure it out.
I just have like a 20-second thing. They had me go up to this lady before I got on stage, and she was like, "Okay, honey, what are you gonna be doing?" And I was like, "You have to come closer." I was like, "You have to put your ear next to my mouth." And I was like, "I'm gonna go like this." And she looked at me like, "Okay, go ahead."
What is the most embarrassing thing that you've done in front of people, maybe this decade?
This decade, so between like 21 and 31. Let's see. Let me think-a-roo. What the most embarrassing thing from 21 on? I don't know.
There has to be something.
I know, but when I'm on the spot, it's really hard. I haven't heard any of these questions, by the way.
Well,
so.
Yeah. Got to get an authentic reaction.
I mean, clearly, I don't have an answer for this one because I can't think of it. But Netflix, that's it. That is in this decade. When we shot the Women of Netflix and the Seamless that you like. Seamless is a paper backdrop that you would see in like a photo studio. And the Seamless went onto the floor below because they had to be full body shots. And I wasn't aware that I'd be setting up on carpet. So picture walking on paper.
Like butcher paper.
On carpet.
Right.
And what a heel of a shoe might
High
do to
heels,
that.
like 3 4. Some of these ladies.
Like a spiky heel.
Like I remember Laura Prepon was one of the gals. And she's already a super tall lady. And she wore big heels. And it's just every step she would take. And some other people like
the thing about her is that
Kristen Ritter.
She was up last, so she saw the damage.
That too. Yeah, that was kind of one of those like gulp. Like, oh God, I hope this moment is over. How many more hours do we have? 6.
So Chelsea Handler was first. And
she thought it was funny.
I didn't realize it until she made holes in the paper with her heels.
Well, and thankfully nobody really got like frustrated with their heels and like shook their foot out and ripped the paper.
I don't think that you're remembering it the right way because I don't remember anyone getting caught. It was just like
they'd get you
stepping into it.
Stepping in, puncture,
yeah.
and then it'd be like a puncture, and they kind of like,
anyway,
it was awkward.
That was my embarrassing moment.
We still have the chair that they all sat on. We will auction it on eBay to the highest bidder.
You freaking put it in the garage.
Yeah, well, for safekeeping.
Safekeeping. Yeah, put if you want something kept safe by the ocean, put it in an exposed garage where stuff gets moldy.
So this next question, I think, is kind of basically the same actually as the last time you told a lie kind of thing.
What?
It's when's the last time that you broke a promise?
Oh.
I don't know. Very similar.
It's similar. I don't know.
Because making a promise and breaking it is like telling a lie, essentially.
It would be like, for me, it would be pretty extreme because it would be like me making plans and then something coming up that I couldn't control and being like, I'm so sorry, I'm going to have to, like getting sick or like.
Yeah, I don't know.
All
right, well, can you break down for me the most drunk you've ever been?
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, okay.
Let's reveal.
Bonus points. What were you drinking?
I'm going to say that when I was between 21 and 24, it was like the most jam-packed with cocktails.
Yeah, we're really into
Why
having
are cocktails
an inventive.
so?
Well, we had a real inventive like bar card. during that
yeah, it's
stage. It
definitely
had to
a
be like
phase.
a huge, like fully loaded, every kind of booze and mixer plus stuff, and it's like, yeah, I think we were drinking cocktails
God, I
every
wish
day.
there were hard seltzers then.
Right. Well, they probably were. They just had different names. It was called Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Ugh.
And
Yeah, but there's sugar in that.
right.
So, man, it's hard to say that I can really remember that well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Probably just, ugh. I had a night out with a couple girlfriends, a friend that was in town, and then a friend that we both went to high school with. And I remember, like, we were at a place, like I think we Ubered from, or got a ride or something. We definitely got a ride there and back, but we were out at a place and there was a group of us walking on this like upper level Carlsbad village, like somewhere in the village, I can't remember. And I was acting like I was being like suave and like dancing a little bit because I'd been drinking, and I like slid, like I fell and I slid with one foot, and then someone's like, well, you just slid into home. And it was one of those things where like I was crying laughing and everyone else was laughing so hard. You had to be there kind of thing.
Yeah.
To see me like slide into home in front of everybody. Like there was a group behind me. I was in front and I just
I can picture it.
I was like, bow,
I wasn't there, but
slid
I
into
can picture
home. Anyway. It's not funny at
that-
all when you hear it like this.
That is pretty funny. Okay. So that's one of the most drunk times.
One
that
of
you've
them.
been.
I mean, there's a few.
Right. We might have to save. There's a whole episode about the top 5.
I know that you're thinking of a specific story, and I'm not ready to tell it yet. So sorry.
Don't you love that? We call that a spoiler? No.
Yeah, no.
We call that a foreshadow?
Yeah.
No. We call that a tune in next week.
No. Sorry, guys.
Okay, fair enough. We only have a few left, and I did try and promise. I didn't try and promise. I did promise, and I literally said I don't promise, but I did kind of illustrate the possibility. That's not a promise, but I illustrated the possibility that these questions would get progressively more personal and more challenging. So if we as a couple were unable to have kids, would you be open to adoption?
Probably. I really don't.
Would not just open. Would you do it?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that I would have to really assess how I felt in that moment when the time came.
Because I would.
Yeah.
So it's a very loaded, very personal, very challenging question, I think. Yeah.
Pro.
Okay. I have 2 more. Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Probably not.
Besides your horrific and very lucky car accident and your emergency allergic reaction a few years ago, has there ever been a time where you thought that you were going to die?
No, just the car accident was more than the allergic reaction.
Because even during the allergic reaction and talking to you when I was driving you to the ER, you knew you were having an allergic reaction. So no matter like, airways closing, getting all itchy, like bad things are happening, look at myself in the mirror, can't recognize myself, all of these bad things, there's still going to be a voice saying like, you just need some Benadryl.
Yeah.
Or like, you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. But the car accident, you're like, I've never smelled what like burning oil and like rubber and like see the smoke. You know what I mean? Like there is no like little voice reassuring you saying like this, you'll be all right. You'll get through this, because it's all like brand new terrain.
Yeah.
Is that fair to say?
Yeah. If you don't know, I got in an accident, I think in like 2013. I can't remember what year it was, maybe 12.
Yeah, that's about right.
And I was going fast on the freeway. I was going with the flow of traffic. I don't remember exactly how fast. I was in the fast lane on I-5 North, and a guy in a Lincoln, navy blue, like drifted into my lane, and for some reason, again with like the ballistic behavior, I freaked out and swerved and then overcompensated. So basically swerved this way and then back this way, and the force of going back that way made the car flip across the entire freeway, and I landed on my side, almost upside down, and it blacked me out until the ambulance got there.
And what was your list of injuries?
0.
I mean, you probably were a little bruised up and like you were sore and like shaking.
No, I was
up.
sore.
Yeah.
There was not one bruise.
And there's broken glass. And there's the
car.
The front end totally smashed in, back end totally smashed in. Like, well, I guess the back end was like 60% smashed in.
That car
Totaled.
was unrecognizable.
Beyond totaled.
Beyond.
Yeah. I'll never know, how you were able to, how it all just worked out for our little family then. And I got into my first and only car accident that same week.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So.
And I'm
anyway,
still unsure of the severity of yours.
Little memory lane there. Unsure of the severity of mine. Yeah, because it is a competition. You're right.
No.
Yours was way more badass of a
Didn't-
crash. You're right.
Didn't say that, but if
Right.
you're saying that, go ahead and say that.
I did, and it was, and good for you, I guess.
Not a
Survival.
competition. Wow.
What are you, survivor woman?
I guess I am.
I guess you are. Okay, blessed. And this is my final question. Wow, this is what I wrote. Wow, I can't believe we made it all the way to the end. Thank you so much for taking the time to answer these 20 questions with me. Although you are my wife, you didn't have to do it. So, if your husband, let's pretend for the sake of argument, it's not Bargles.
Mm-hmm.
Your husband just lost his penis in a tragic bass fishing accident. Oh no! Would you stay with him?
That's horrible. You're horrible. You're a...
I'm a f***ed. All right. Glad we'll make use of all the bleeps.
So many bleeps in this episode.
We got a pretty good bleep these days.
Oh my god, you guys.
Found a pretty good bleep though I can use for that.
I'm not answering that. That's the one question. And by the way, before we recorded, Bargles said you can have one question where you don't have to answer it.
It's true. I did. Okay.
And that was my lie.
Well, I will answer it for you. Because the real trick answer,
Your answer is...
the trick, they say trick question. There's a trick question. Here's a trick answer. You would have left him as soon as he started going on bass fishing trips.
That's absolutely right.
As soon as your fictitious husband goes on a bass fishing expedition,
Yeah, no.
you would have left him there.
You don't betray me like that.
Don't do you like that.
Don't do me like that.
Don't
do me like that.
Hey, well, that's all my questions. So
Wow.
that's the end of my questions.
Great. Thank you for that. Now I know what I hate about myself and the fact that I don't like my hair.
Gotta hand it to you. You told the truth. So that's all we're here for.
Yeah.
Maybe if we just had a little bit more time in this week's episode, you could have asked me a question or two. But
Oh, you have it
no.
coming.
It's
You
okay.
have it coming so hard.
He had it coming. We'll see.
Oh, I can't wait for that day when I get to ask Bargles all these questions and he has to answer them. I have a feeling he wouldn't like it very much.
I think I'm good on my toes.
All right. Thanks for listening. I almost said we enjoy you.
Oh.
We enjoy your company.
Oh, like a nice ice cream cake.
That's right. No bass here. Thanks for watching. We really appreciate you. Follow us on Instagram at All About It Podcast, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel
Please
if
do.
you so
Please
please.
do.
And give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And rate and review on Apple Podcasts
True,
if
yes.
possible.
We would like that.
5 stars is preferred, but of course we are open to interpretation.
Did you know that Arielle does pictures?
No.
Check them out.
Yeah.
Arielle.com if you want to buy a picture for yourself, for your friend, for your dog, for your cat, for your mother, for your father, for your sister, for your brother. For your
Yeah, the
sister,
link to our shop is in the description.
Use code ALLABOUTIT at checkout for 20% off. It's like Black Friday weekend, only it's every day for you as our favorite people, besides our family.
There you go.
So,
We love ya.
thanks for tuning in.
See you next week.
Till next time.
Bye.